Ever stop to think why we call it Wednesday? Or what's really hiding in your weekly planner? It turns out that every time you schedule a meeting or plan your weekend, you're actually giving a shout-out to a whole pantheon of ancient Norse and Roman gods. So let's pull back the curtain on the secret divine origins of your week. The 7-day week wasn't just some random accident. It's a direct hand-me-down from some of history's most powerful civilizations. The whole idea started with the ancient Babylonians, who looked up and saw 7 heavenly bodies, the sun, the moon, and 5 planets they could see. So they named each day after one of these cosmic wanderers. Later, the Romans adopted the system, but they swapped out the names for their own gods. But the story doesn't stop there. As Roman culture pushed north into Germanic and Norse lands, something fascinating happened. The local tribes saw the Roman gods, recognized some similarities with their own, and just did a little switcheroo. This is why English has such a wild mix of names that we still use today, hiding this incredible history right in plain sight. Alright, let's start with an easy one, Sunday. As you probably guessed, this is the sun's day. In Latin, it was dies solis. This was a tribute to the sun itself, a powerful symbol for pretty much every ancient culture. Most Germanic languages, including Old English, kept this idea, giving us Sunnandag, which naturally became our Sunday. It's a simple, direct link to the star that's been running the show on Earth since the beginning. Just like Sunday, Monday wears its origin on its sleeve. It's the moon's day. The Romans called it dies luni. This makes perfect sense, since the moon's cycles were one of the first ways humans learned to track time and the passing of months. In Old English, it was Monandag, and our modern Monday is its direct descendant. Now this is where it gets interesting. For the Romans, Tuesday was Dies Martis, the day of Mars, their god of war. When the Germanic tribes heard this, they didn't just copy it. They looked for their own equivalent, and they found a perfect match. Tyr, the Norse god of war, law and justice. In Old English, Tyr was called Tiw, which gave us Tiwisdag or Tuesday. Over time that morphed into Tuesday. That's right, your Tuesday morning meeting is secretly dedicated to a badass Norse god of war. Wednesday got maybe the most dramatic divine upgrade. The Romans called it Dies Mercurii, after Mercury, their speedy messenger god. The Norse people looked at Mercury and decided to replace him with a much bigger deal, Odin, the All-Father, the chief of the Norse gods. Known as Woden in Old English, he was the god of wisdom, magic and poetry. So, Woden's or Woden's Day, eventually became our Wednesday. It's a day named not for a messenger, but for the powerful wandering king of the gods. Thursday is a fan favorite, and for good reason. The Romans called it Dies Iovis, the day of Jove, who we know better as Jupiter, their king of the gods and lord of thunder. The Norse parallel was impossible to miss. Thor, the mighty hammer-wielding god of thunder and strength. Thor was one of the most beloved and popular gods, so naming a day after him was a no-brainer. Thunresdag or Thor's Day was born, and it became the Thursday we know and love. Now you know why every thunderstorm on a Thursday just feels right. Friday gets a similarly romantic origin story. For the Romans, it was Dies Veneris, the day of Venus, their goddess of love and beauty. When it came time for a Norse swap, the choice was Frigg, the wife of Odin and goddess of love, marriage and fertility. Her name gave us Friggidag or Frigg's Day, which we now just call Friday. Some historians think it might have been named for Freya, a different goddess of love, but the two were so similar they may have even been the same figure originally. Either way, it's pretty fitting that the day that kicks off the weekend is named for a goddess of love and beauty. After a whole week of Norse gods, Saturday really stands out. It's the lone Roman survivor in our week. It comes directly from Dies Saturni, the day of Saturn. Saturn was the Roman god of the harvest and agriculture, and for whatever reason his name was never replaced by a Norse god. While the Old Norse language actually called it Laugardagur, meaning bathing day, because Saturdays were for getting clean, it was the Roman name that stuck in English. Saturday remains a direct tribute to the original Roman pantheon. So the next time you glance at your calendar, remember that it's not just a grid of boxes, it's a living museum. It's a story that carries thousands of years of history, from Babylonian stargazers to the Roman Empire and the epic myths of the Norse. These names have survived revolutions and attempts to create 10-day weeks, proving just how deeply they're woven into our culture. The pagan gods were never really forgotten. They're just hiding in plain sight, on your calendar. Which day's origin was the biggest surprise for you? If you enjoyed this story, hit subscribe for quicker, curiosity-driven history explained. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your idea could be our next video. Join the summary cave and be part of the discovery. Thanks for watching.